summer-like day today. It's going to be another warm night tonight. A few isolated storms, especially to the west of Mankato. Those will start to fizzle out as we go through the night. But we will have a system with fronts that kind of basically stall out over the next couple of days as the pattern tries to change from the hot weather to cooler weather as we go over the next couple of days. Temperatures will cool into the 70s, especially Thursday through the weekend. But it is looking likely that we get back into the 80s and feeling like summer again as we go into that last full week of September. And thanks to Stacy for this pretty cool picture today of a storm that formed near Jackson. You can see the reflectivity with the sun off the clouds. A pretty cool picture there tonight. And we have this stationary front to the west basically stalled out. That's why everywhere these storms form, they basically park in place, dump some heavy rain in spots. We have a little bit of a strong storm near Trimont right now. Had a couple storms to the north of Mountain Lake into northeast Cottonwood County. That produced a good amount of rain earlier, over an inch of rain there. Earlier we had storms to the south into Iowa that produced some heavy rainfall as well. Again, these storms basically staying in place because that front stalls out and then actually kind of moves back to the west as we go overnight tonight. Now, upper level ridging, we've had that over the last couple of days. It's going to basically stop right there. We'll have this trough to the west will kind of be where those air masses kind of collide over the next couple of days, and that's where those fronts kind of come together and they stall out at times. Different fronts kind of develop over the next couple of days. This front is actually going to move back to the north as we go into tomorrow, bringing a first round of showers and storms through the day from the south to the north, and then it kind of stalls out again, turns back into a cold front. We'll have another front develop as we go into Thursday, and we'll kind of see that as we go Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before everything finally starts to move off to the east as that ridge starts to break down a little bit. Because of that, we will see on and off showers and storms over the next couple of days. The severe threat is pretty low, but we could see one or two strong storms here and there. And don't be surprised if you see a couple funnel clouds as well, because that warm air mass that's been in place colliding with that cooler air mass that tries to take over. Now, as we go through tonight, isolated storms come to an end. We'll start tomorrow morning with a first round of some showers and storms. Again, everything going to move south to north tomorrow. We'll see a couple little isolated ones into the afternoon. Another wave of showers and storms as we get into the evening. And then that kind of moves to the north with that front, but we'll see that activity to the south start to build back up as we go into Thursday, and we'll just see that kind of pattern over the next couple of days of those on and off showers and storms. Today it was a hot one into the low 90s for most of us. We will cool down as we go into the weekend, more average like Friday and Saturday into the low to mid 70s, but back into the 80s as we head into next week. So summer not quite done as we go forward, but again, it'll be a little bit cooler with those showers and storms on and off over the next couple of days, but we heat back up.